ready for adventure? We're Mo and Joy, lifelong friends who love to travel. Join us as we share our travel stories, enjoy delicious foods, and discover new friends. We'll share random thoughts, talk about life in the South, and the hilarious lessons we've learned along the way. We're not just sharing our experiences. We want to inspire you to get out there and explore. So buckle up. It's time to hit the road with Mo and Joy. Hello and welcome to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. I'm Joy.
And I'm Mo.
Hi Mo, how's it going?
It is going. I'm excited to wrap up Maine and May today. See, you have me thinking about it now too.
Right. And I'm like, did she say it right? So yes, we're in Maine in May, part 2.
Plus New Hampshire.
Plus New Hampshire.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the last couple of days of your trip.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks ago, we talked about all the places that you'd gone on the first few days of your trip.
Mm-hmm.
And the couple of things that stood out to me was Acadia.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really, really awesome. And I can't believe I haven't been there.
Same.
And I can't believe I haven't heard of Thunderhole.
Same.
But it sounds really cool. And I want to hear the thunder, the natural thunder that it makes. And then I also want to go to Lil's because I'm a bank geek.
Yeah.
And I love the vaults and the locks and the...
I know. Did you ever work at a bank branch?
No, but I remember going to Barnett Bank with my mom and dad.
Oh, old school.
We went into the vault and they
Yeah.
did take me in to look at their safety deposit box one time with the 2 keys. And
Yep.
my dad paid for his for years and years and years. Or like, Dad, you don't need to pay for that anymore. You don't even have anything. No, but I want it. Okay. So
It was security.
we kept Barnett Bank in business with his rental for all those years.
See, I did work in a bank branch my last few years of college.
Oh. So you know everything about the vault and the timing and the
Not everything.
right things and the protocols and the you don't go in there and
Yeah.
we went to the cash vault. That was one of the areas that I supported. And you had to go through like 3 different layers of security and doors, and there were so many cameras all over the place, and they were always looking at you, and then they would look through your bags when you left, and it was not a place that I enjoyed visiting at all.
I can see that.
I'm glad that I don't work there anymore. But anyway, on to Maine and May and New Hampshire. Where did we leave off and where are we starting today?
Yeah, so we left off with our first night arriving into Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Okay.
And that awesome Italian dinner that I was like literally...
Cacio de pepe.
Cacio e pepe.
Cacio e pepe.
Yes. Very good. Let's talk about New Hampshire's state sign.
Oh, you got one, huh?
Live free or die.
Yes, live free or die.
That's like...
Serious.
Yes. So I'm kind of like doing my hand with this kind of like chop motion, like, you know, that's intense.
Yeah. I think it's a Seminole chop is what you're doing.
Oh boy, we're not getting into colleges and all of that drama. Stop it. I know that you people are Gators. Yes, that always somehow has to come up.
Yep.
Okay. Day 4 of the trip was all New Hampshire.
Yeah.
With the number one goal being, because our time was short, prioritizing the time and making the most out of it.
Mm-hmm.
What we wound up doing is breaking our kind of general normal rule of not driving too much, too far, especially on shorter trips. But we kind of bent that rule for today because it was very important to me. New Hampshire is really big for the covered bridges.
Oh, okay.
I know that there's all kind of people that are super into that vibe. There's all kind of websites about it. It's all the things. Even though it's not as much of a thing for me, I felt like it was an experience for Alex and I to get, and you need to kind of go more. Plus, I had always been very interested in the White Mountains and Conroy area, just for the scenery. I particularly want to go there in the fall. That is New England leaves has been a bucket list for me for years. And for whatever reason, and there have been many of them, I have not been able to make it happen.
Not yet.
Dang it. It will come. But a quick little overview. Obviously, we started out in Portsmouth. That's where we had stayed the night before. We took quite a long drive to the country in Mason. Then we went over to Brookline, Meredith, and then finally I got a little glimpse of the White Mountains and Conroy.
Very good.
So it was definitely a big drive day. Mm-hmm. But we didn't have any regrets.
Yeah.
I think that's important to call out. Sometimes you might be like,
yeah,
that was too much.
But be flexible enough to
right.
bend your rules if the opportunity allows itself.
Absolutely. Which, again, why I continue to love road trips. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I do. The drive out to Mason, honestly... And I hope, just because I only got the small glimpse in this one particular area. So if there's anyone out in Mason and I have this wrong, please do not hold it over me. But it doesn't seem like there was a lot to this town. It struck me as really being out in the country.
Yeah.
However, my love for breakfast and all things breakfast and unique experiences, we went out to Parker's Maple Barn. It was super cool. I didn't even share half the pictures, but it's been there for a minute. There's a lot of family history. There's a lot that goes into their maple. I think they still sell maple products. And I was actually surprised that there were so many things on the property. In my mind, I guess I was kind of like, oh, we're going to the barn and we're having our dining experience. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it. And obviously there's actually a lot more going on there, which was kind of nice because it was a haul.
Right.
So you didn't kind of feel really robbed. Mm-hmm. But the food was really interesting. I actually did share, and maybe you'll throw it up as well. We'll see how that works out. But Alex had a very dude type of breakfast with his like maple glaze baby back ribs or whatever. Like only
protein.
Of course he got ribs for breakfast. What do you say? But on the property, they had this beautiful little wishing well. Mm-hmm. They had several different other structures that you could walk through, look at. They had a kind of like a small little, it almost looked like a little miniature home.
Okay.
And they had a gift shop there that sold all kinds of things from local people. Very cool stuff. You'll also notice there that apparently Bigfoot has visited their property. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I noticed that there were a lot of Bigfoot references on the property, and I found that kind of funny. Mm-hmm. So I really don't know what that's all about, but I did throw out a link on the blog. I guess I have referenced some of the pictures and whatnot that I throw out on the blog, but we also try to share links to these restaurants or locations or parks.
Yeah. So that you guys can visit them too. And
that's right.
Be sure to check our socials because we'll consistently post those links and pictures and stuff like that. So you can find us on Hit the Road with Mo on Instagram, Hit the Road with Mo and Joy on Facebook, and then hittheroadwithmoandjoy.com to find all the things in case you can't remember what's what.
Yeah. Good reminder. We actually were leaving Parker's Maple Barn, and we were going to start kind of making our way further, I would call it inland, right? And we took a short drive over to Brookline, and we just happened to stumble upon that, I don't know if I'm going to say it right, Potanippo Lake or Potanippo Lake. I thought it was interesting that they called out boat access. I never saw the boat access.
Okay.
We entered it from a very small parking lot and we did not stay long. I was a little bit nervous about some of the signage. On the one sign, it said that it was part of the New Hampshire Fish and Game, but then there was another sign somewhere that said it was a semi-private beach.
Okay.
And I just wasn't quite sure what to make of that. I've never stumbled across anything like that. I don't know if you have.
Semi-private's usually, I'm not a member of it, so don't go.
Right. Right. So, like I said, we literally just walked to the actual lake. It was very coarse sand, completely different than what we have in Florida.
Yeah.
With a lot of pebbles.
That makes your feet hurt when you walk on it.
Yes. I mean, we had on our tennis shoes, so it didn't matter to us. Again, I'm going to call out, there were actual sunbathers. Dude, it was so windy and barely 60 that day.
Those Yankees can handle that.
It was, I don't know how they weren't all goosebump.
Right. They
Whatever.
probably were.
But it was still nice to kind of see. As we were getting ready to leave this little area, we literally just kind of repositioned our bodies to go to the vehicle and just happened to look over and totally accidentally, and we did it on our second one too.
Yeah.
We found both of our covered bridges by pure accident. Yeah, pure accident. You can see that the one in Brookline, it's small.
Yeah.
And I feel like they had done some renovations. It looked really good for 1769.
Yeah.
But it's situated over, and I probably am not going to say it correctly. Let me even see if I can give it a try. Nissitissit River? Wow. I do not know if I totally killed that or not.
Sounds like you're saying a bad word.
Oh my goodness. It's a lot of S's like Mississippi going on in that. And it was a beautiful little river, just really peaceful, but it was just enough of the running water over the river rocks, river stones, that you got the nice brook sound.
Yeah.
It was very nice. We stood there actually and enjoyed it and took in the fresh air for several minutes and just kind of had a conversation, and it was really nice.
Cool.
From there, we decided, which is not really something we have done in the past. I'm not a big wine person. However, I do enjoy a sweeter wine when I'm in places that I don't normally, visit.
Yeah.
So we found this just really cool local winery called Hermit Woods, and I loved that its little branding was a snail.
Yeah.
I thought that was
cute.
Yeah, I thought that was really, really cute. Plus, I felt like we were really lucky because when we arrived, we hit it just before the evening crowd.
Okay.
So we didn't have the whole place to ourselves, but we weren't far
enough
from that.
Yeah.
And it made it very relaxing, and we weren't having to really kind of fight for space or whatever. And the person who did all the wine pouring and whatnot was very engaging. So the town of Meredith is, I would also call it small town USA.
Yeah.
Really nice. There were some really cool natural medicine types of shops, herbal shops.
Marijuana?
No.
Oh.
No. Why would you characterize natural medicines as marijuana?
That's an herb. It's a plant. It's natural.
I would have said CBD or whatever if that's what I meant. No, I meant like a local
Apothecary.
More like that.
Okay.
Yes. Very, very cool shops here. I think that I really enjoyed the crab apple wine.
Huh. That sounds tart.
It was not.
Puckery.
But it was not. It was really nice. Then the final destination of that day was the White Mountain / Conroy area that I really wanted to go to. And like I said earlier, I really would love to see this area. I think White Mountain is kind of one of those places that they call out for fall foliage.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yes, I'm still dreaming of that one day. I did not realize we stumbled upon that Lake Basin Historic District. Mm-hmm. We just happened to see it on our drive, and you can see there that there's some really interesting history that is associated, and it's actually a nonprofit land trust. Uh-huh. I thought that was pretty cool. So they have it's conservation. It's 800 acres across 17 properties, and it also protects another 2,500 acres. Huh. It looks like it also has some easements over about 100 properties as well. And they've been stewarding this land since 1968, which I would just like to say for the record is older than us.
Yes. Yes, it is.
But you can kind of see some pictures of the lake there, some peaks. There's stones and rocks everywhere in this area. But just really beautiful. The water is so clear in the lake. Really, really just clean and fresh. And then just before we left the area, we stumbled upon our second covered bridge. And it was much taller and wider than the other one.
Oh.
It was also situated over some water. I don't know if I put down what the water was. However, I feel like it actually still has a little bit of car traffic.
Yeah, it looks like a working bridge.
Right? So that was kind of cool. And you see, like in the picture, that's Alex standing there. There's that small little section for people.
Yeah.
Which I thought was really, really cool. But again, very well maintained bridge. Very sound, solid structure. And sadly, I got to see no moose when I was in Maine. No mooses. Or New Hampshire. All I got was that damn sign telling me that there were 17 miles of moose crossing, of which not one moose crossed.
No
I felt like.
What's the plural of moose? Mooses?
I don't know.
One moment.
Oh my gosh, are you really going to do another live search? You're funny. Last but not least, I did get to do only kind of a nice drive through White Mountain National Forest. So not a park, but a national forest.
Yeah.
You can still see a little bit of white stuff way out in the distance. Mm-hmm. And you think, this was early May that we went.
Yeah, late in the year.
And I did share that it got down, the temperature did go down probably 5 or 6 degrees once we got out to this area compared to being on the coast. I would probably recommend that, kind of like most states in this general area, especially on the coast, you'll want to have maybe a sweatshirt in the car or a little jacket or whatever that you can take off and take on, because there are some kind of weather swings, so to speak. We had a little bit of elevation. We were at 1,260 feet. And I did throw out a link to get more info on the beautiful White Mountain area in New Hampshire.
Yep.
So that was all of our day 4. Day 4 was our busiest drive day by far of the trip. But again, no regrets. Loved everything that we got to see. That kind of takes us to almost our last day. And I think the quirkiest thing that we did from the whole trip was on that last day before we left New Hampshire. We, just by pure accident, wound up realizing that there was a historic submarine museum / park right around the corner from where we were staying. I looked it up. We were able to get into one of the slots to fit our schedule for the day. So we went and visited the USS Albacore. I threw up a little bit of cool history. They have an excellent website that you can explore. It was very reasonable to do this.
But it's not a walk-in. You make a reservation, it sounds like.
I think that there could be the opportunity.
But better to.
I think it is better to have something booked, because it seems that they take in a lot of groups.
Yeah. Okay.
And there's only allowed to be X number, I think, at a time. I mean,
right, because it's a submarine and there's limited space.
And as you could see by some of the pictures I shared, dude, I cannot imagine being on one of these things, like working on one of these things
for days and months.
I honestly think that would be too much for me, and I don't consider myself as claustrophobic.
Right.
It's crazy. And, I'm not super tall. I mean, not that I'm a shrimp, but just try. So the one picture that I gave a reference of me just trying to get from the first part of the sub into the middle section, because they have to hatch off anytime they go in and out of the different sections, which is kind of a mind game anyway.
Right.
But when you enter the sub, it's the same deal.
Yeah.
So you're like doing this kind of whole unattractive thing of your head. So they actually demonstrate how to do and then the other part of your body has it's a thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there thinking about men doing the thing.
And their size and
right,
their agility. And gosh, when you go on stuff like this, it just gives you more appreciation for our men in service, whether you believe in the war or anything.
Right.
They're out there serving, and they're out there doing.
Right.
weird sub yoga all the time for our benefit.
Absolutely. I mean, just their bunks alone.
Yeah.
When I saw that, so I think that there were bunks in 2 different areas. The pictures that I shared on our blog from the website were immediately as you enter the sub, so kind of like in the front. Mm-hmm. I know that there's all kind of nautical terms about the front versus
Aft.
the back and all that. I don't have that knowledge.
No, me neither.
I don't have it, so I'm just not even going to try. I'm going to use the layman's terms. And I just remember like folding myself to get in, and then Alex folding himself to get in, and then kind of slightly turning. So my body's kind of facing the front tip of the sub, so to speak. And you see these bunks. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, look at that material.
Right, right.
Ew. And then you think about, because I asked, well, what about if you've got some weather conditions, which I do think that maybe one of the only benefits of being on a sub is that you can get down enough to avoid, but you're still going to have times when you have tough water.
Yep.
So apparently they had these things where, just like I'm assuming on a Navy ship, you have to strap yourself in.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh. But yeah, it was really difficult for me to select and not select pictures. I will definitely add more to our socials. I actually have some already that live out on our Instagram, but they're from a couple years ago. So I'm going to do refreshers. And I've got pictures of their shower, their toilets, so weird, their kitchen, and then just, if you think about being stuck on this tiny spot, and let's compare it to your transatlantic cruise. You were like, hey, I made the decision to not have TV and not have internet.
Oh, right.
And you also weren't getting in your normal exercise. But the space that you had physically and the activities that were afforded to you.
Right.
These guys had these teeny tiny mini tables that were bolted to one side, and they had the design of checkers and something else. I'm not exactly sure.
Probably backgammon. With the
right, but a mini.
Okay.
Mini. And so the design's like actually etched permanently on the table. So I'm assuming that there were pieces. And that's like all they had.
Yeah.
And I just, wow.
Yeah.
It was very eye-opening. They have so much great history there. And the guys that do the actual Tourist Joy,
Class
so
act.
knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Love what they do. Listen, I'm so glad that we got to do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't officially planned. Highly recommended. I think everyone should be able to experience something like this.
Yeah.
It really makes you appreciate your space.
Very cool.
After we left there, obviously we had to head back north to Maine. This was when we made our second visit to Lil's. Enjoyed it just as much on the second time as we did the first.
Yeah.
Just sat there and, cheesing up a storm. This time, instead of sharing a chai, we each got our own.
Yeah.
And, of course, we got more crullers.
Yeah.
Crullers, whatever you call them. Amazing. absolutely go to Lil's. It's worth it. The last thing that we really had on our list, you have to get chowder when you go to the Northeast.
Yes, yes.
And I wanted it to be more of a local place. Unfortunately, given where we were and our time schedule that we had, we wound up going to Billy's Chowder House. It was in Wells.
It was a white chowder, and that's the best chowder. To me, I'm always disappointed when it winds up being a red chowder.
Yeah,
I'm not a white. I'm just like, oh.
I'm not a red base either, at all. I was really hoping for a little bit more of a thicker instead of brothier, but it was
good stuff.
Delicious.
Good stuff.
And because we had pigged out at Lil's, neither one of us honestly were that hungry. But I'm like, I'm sorry.
So it's just enough.
We have to go get chowder. We are not leaving without having our chowder. We literally only went in there and each had a bowl.
Perfect.
And it was amazing. I'm going to end this series by talking about my deal with whoopie pies.
Oh, okay.
I don't feel like I truly stated it in a clear manner on the blog. And I kept looking at it over and over. And it got to be like a long run-on sentence. And finally I was just like, okay, I'm done with this crap. It's annoying me.
So just tell us.
Whoopie pies, I don't feel are a big thing here.
Right.
And I also think if you do them correctly and have the correct center, which also tends to be highly debated, it's very time intensive to make whoopie pies. Mm-hmm. Down at Jack's Beach for many years, there was a small lobster shack.
Oh.
I don't remember the name of it, and it's very, very sad. It was a husband and wife who had moved down from the Northeast, and they literally, it was a actual real lobster shack. It's the only real one across the board that I've experienced in this area.
Okay.
He used to make whoopie pies there. Sadly, I only had one.
And then they closed or left or?
He passed away.
Oh, no.
I know. It's so sad. And I think she tried to maintain for a while, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
I don't know where she wound up landing, but I hope that she is happy and situated and at peace. But he set that bar.
Yeah. Sorry.
So high. I know that you're not researching whoopie pies while we're talking about these, but just something about the cake. He made everything from scratch. And then the center of the whoopie pie, there's a lot of people, I'm going to just, don't get mad. I'm just going to call it out. I feel like it's a cheat if you just go to a marshmallow fluff jar and dig that stuff out and slap it in the middle.
Yeah.
No.
Is it a cream cheese base? Or is it supposed to be?
There are debates on what a true center should be. Mm-hmm. I feel like his wasn't a heavy cream cheese base, but it's got to be like this perfect mix of, it's not really a buttercream, but it's some sort of just this whole vibe. Some people I feel like to do a more pure cream cheese, but that's not the vibe either. Mm-hmm. I wish I really knew. I'm embarrassed, so I'm not going to admit how many times I've tried to research this topic. And what you'll find is no one tends to agree on how to make a whoopie pie.
And is it regional or?
I can tell you that I feel that it's more I feel like it's more regional.
Okay.
There were there was even a whoopie pie company up there that I saw, and I did not put their stuff out there. I didn't hate their whoopie pie, but I was really disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan.
No. When we left the Chowder House, it was literally our last stop of the trip. You'll see there that I threw out a shout out to Two Fat Cats Bakery.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, how can you go wrong with that name?
Right.
It was super cool. And they actually had a variety of whoopie pies. To me, they were kind of my winner across the board. But in general, I will sadly say that I feel like I left Maine kind of sad that I couldn't find that gentleman's version.
Yeah.
He set the bar so high. So hats off to him. And I think that those are all the things for Maine and May plus New Hampshire. It was a wonderful trip. It is a place that I would revisit again.
Yeah.
Would I go back to Lil's? Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I would. But I would also want to get in other towns and other explorations should that opportunity come. I can absolutely see how it would be overwhelming with fall foliage.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
The oranges and the reds and the golds. I've seen so many pictures, especially from that White Mountain area.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes you be like, starry-eyed.
Yeah.
But I loved it. And I know that there are people that routinely vacation. We have a former classmate from Catholic school who I believe married a woman who's originally from Maine. And they still vacation up there. And of course, I became even more interested because it's one of the few shows that I watch on Magnolia, the Maine Cabin Masters. I really enjoy kind of that whole idea of, they call them camps, which is where people go and stay. I don't love that so many of those places tend to have outhouses.
Oh, right.
Ooh. But, I mean, when you're used to a certain thing and you grew up and it sounds like it's also very generational.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to give you one more chance. Would
no.
you like to tell me what the plural of moose is?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Moosin'?
Aw.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Moose. Just
Yes, moose.
Just moose.
Yes, that's right.
I felt like you were trying to trick me. Oh my God. Please,
I didn't know the answer either, so.
Please do not comment making fun of moosin'.
Please.
Oh my
comment.
gosh. I am totally turning off my computer now
Please
and
comment.
folding my hands.
Well, we are done with May and Maine. Maine and May.
Yes.
We are so glad that you joined us for this adventure and to hear all about it. Please join us next month. I don't remember exactly what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be great and you're going to really enjoy it. So join us next time. Like, subscribe, join us on socials, all the things. Mo, do you have anything to tell the people out there?
I just want to know, are you going to have Maine and New Hampshire move up on your list of states to visit?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
But it's not going to be in the winter.
Good call.
And probably not fall either. I think it'll be a summer
I think it's packed.
spring.
I think it's super packed,
type.
but you have to kind of time it just right. So did I inspire you to explore?
You did. You did.
Okay. Awesome.
And hopefully we inspired you guys to explore more as well.
That's
Thanks for
right.
listening. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Hit the Road with Mo and Joy. If you have questions or topic suggestions, we would love to hear from you. You can connect with us through our website at hittheroadwithmoandjoy.com. On the website, you'll find all the things: socials, blogs, recommendations, inspiration, and things you might need to know for upcoming travel. And if you'd like to partner or advertise with us and connect with our amazing audience across the country, feel free to reach out to us at hittheroadwithmoandjoy.com/media. That's it from us this week, but don't forget, Get out there and explore.